The Fate of the Furious is directed by F. Gary Gray and written by Chris Morgan, and it stars Vin Diesel, The Rock, Jason Statham, Michelle Rodriguez, Charlize Theron, Kurt Russell, Ludacris, Tyrese Gibson, among others. And in this film, Dominic Toretto has betrayed his family. That's the whole gist of the film. He has betrayed his family, he has allied himself with Charlize Theron, and now his team must team up with Deckard Shaw, the villain from the last film, and they must get Dominic Toretto back because he's now working for the biggest, most badass, most ultimate cybernetic hacker in the world. And she wants something that only Dominic Toretto can get for her. And now we got a new Fast and the Furious movie. Damn if this movie isn't fun. Look, we don't go to the Fast and Furious movies for the plot. It's the 8th movie. If you're still going there for the plot, you're going to have a bad time. If you're going there to see an Oscar caliber movie, stop. Stop, you're 8 movies too late for that. And it wasn't the 5th movie of this franchise that they realized what they could do and what they could be, and that was over-the-top, super fun action set pieces. And it is that once more. Look, I didn't like the trailer whatsoever, and yes, I only watched the first trailer because that one already showed too much. In this film, there's action to a T. The action in this film is awesome. I love the action scenes in this film. The car chases are incredibly put together. There's one spectacular car chase in New York City that you cannot describe. You must put people in a seat and watching it because it is that damn good. And practical effects are awesome, I'll just say that. If you like Jason Statham and if you like The Rock, this is the movie for you because these two steal the show. They are the best part of this film. Their chemistry, their bickering with each other, the two characters going at it physically or verbally, it is awesome. And as you saw in the trailers a little bit, there's a spectacular action set piece in a prison with all prisoners going at both of them and them fighting, and it's awesome. It's awesome, but it does have some problems. There are moments where you see that it's a handheld cam capturing all the action as much as it can, but then it has a few too many cuts in some occasions, and that I did not appreciate, but when it's good, it's damn really good. I was also surprised that they were very tamed when it comes to the over-the-topness of the plot itself. I know that we all, or at least most of us, fear that this is going to be Charlize Theron hacking into Dominic Toretto's brain with some microbots or whatever. I'm not going to spoil what it is about, but it is not that. And again, this plot was very tamed, and I like that this film is actually very much, finally, about family. In every instance of this film, it is about family, and the movie brings that home. The movie compels itself to be about family, and it does that in the Fast and Furious movie very damn well. What this movie does well is that you actually feel for the characters as much as over the top as it is. This movie gives you character moments, it gives you character relations, it gives you character development. Whether you don't care or not in the end, it's up to each and every single one of us, but they do give you those scenes and those plot set pieces and narrative moments. I'm going to go back to the action scenes because they are freaking awesome in this film, really. These movies also, since the 5th one, have kind of become the Mission Impossible movies for cars, because in each and every single movie, they do an over-the-top action scene bigger than the last one from the last movie. And they are freaking amazing in this. There are some action stunts in this film that they pull off that you are not expecting. And honestly, also don't go to this movie for the physics, because there are some problems with physics in this movie that if you don't turn off your brain, you're going to fucking hate it. But also, those same physics problems would not apply because of some things that have already happened in other previous movies. So if they corrected the physics for this film, it would also bother you because, without spoiling anything, in the 6th film, Dominic Toretto survives a plane crashing on top of him. And I like the plot of this film. I like how sentimental it is. It doesn't go over the top with the cheesiness when it comes to feelings in this film, but they do make you feel enough so that the action set pieces do pay off in some way. I like what Dominic Toretto is going through in this film. I like what The Rock is going through in this film. I like what Deckard Shaw is going through in this film. These three have something in common when it comes to their motivations that I like it, that they can relate to each other. And I like all the new characters that we see in here. Charlize Theron, she's great again in the film. I'm so happy I can say this after last week. She's honestly really good in this film. I mean, it's a Fast and Furious film, I know, but she is good acting-wise, and I like her as a villain. This film, I'm already debating if it's my new favorite or my second favorite in the franchise. But I'm not going to lie, this movie is great fun, but it's really ridiculous. The initial part of the film, I kind of see as a pro and also a con. For me personally, it's a con, but for the film itself, I do see it as a pro, because the initial part of the film is personally very cringy for me, because it's about a car race in Cuba, and even the dialogue and how they set it up, it's really bad. But honestly, I know that there are fans of the initial Fast and Furious movies, and they were there for the car races and for the tuning of the cars. They pay off in that way. If you are a fan since the first film and you like that drag racing on the streets, this is the initial part of the movie for you. And one problem I had with the 7th film was that there was too little The Rock in that. And here, he is the leader. He is the leader of the team that is going after Dominic Toretto, and who also shines again is Jason Statham. I cannot get tired of saying this. These two are awesome together. I love every single bit of film in this. And Tyrese Gibson, my god, this guy cracks me up. There are some lines in this film that I will honestly memorize because they are so damn funny, and they have some fun at the expense of Scott Eastwood. He doesn't do much in here, and by the end of the film, he just seems like a plot device, and that's another con to the film. But honestly, it was fun having him around because of all the other characters making fun of him. Even Kurt Russell, who doesn't do much, but he is fun to see interacting with the rest of these characters in this over-the-top adventure. He's really fun to see here, just seeing him relax and having fun. Clearly, it's really awesome. But there are moments in the directing of this film that I really enjoyed. F. Gary Gray can really capture action and intensity and a chase scene really well. He can capture destruction really well. There are moments in editing that I don't agree with. I wouldn't have cut some things where they were cut. There are also some scenes that end quite abruptly, and I felt like there was something missing, but overall, it's a nice put-together film in terms of directing, and there are also great moments of cinematography. And the music is also great in the film. As I said, you go to these films for the action, for the adventure, for the camaraderie between these characters, that you feel that. No matter how you look at the characters, if they suck or not, you feel the camaraderie between them. You go for the over-the-top nature that these movies are, and that they know they are. But there are actually some surprises throughout this plot that I was not expecting, and from the reactions that I heard and saw, the rest of my room was not expecting. And I also think it is very worth it to see this in IMAX. The Fate of the Furious gives you great action, a great adventure, super fun, over-the-top cheesiness when it comes to joke and impossible stunts being pulled off on screen. Great chemistry between The Rock and Jason Statham, and they were both great individually. Some very good and fun surprises that actually tame a lot of this plot. And without question, it is one of the best Fast and Furious movies to date. Personally, either it's my favorite or my second favorite, and I'm very happy to finally give to a second movie in this franchise the rating of a collector's item. What did you think of The Fate of the Furious, my beautiful geekies? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Let me know what is your favorite and your least favorite movie in the Fast and the Furious franchise. Let me know all that in the comments below, and also as you go down there, go to the description and go check out the beautiful Geeky Community Facebook group. The link is in the description, and you can meet many other beautiful geekies there and make some awesome new friends. I already have many reviews coming and planned for you guys, so I hope you stick around, and thank you so much for watching, my beautiful geekies. You guys are the freaking best. I love you all. You stay beautiful and you stay geeky. And until the next review, you should click subscribe and the bell so we can be geeky united.